Okay. We have a very special guest tonight. He is a Pittsburgh-based filmmaker that is responsible for running the annual 48-hour film project, as well as running his own production company. Please join me in welcoming PJ Gaynard. Yes!
Thank you so much.
Yes, please. PJ, how are you today?
I am having the best day ever.
That is fantastic. I'm so happy you were here. You were someone that is so well versed in film, and as Pitt tonight and all of our audience members, we are people that are pretty interested. So I want to ask you a few questions about how you got involved, and particularly more about your 48-hour film project and your own production company, Goat Milk Fudge Productions. So first, how did you end up getting involved in film? How did you end up with these opportunities?
You know, I got involved in film because I was available when they needed somebody.
Right.
So I went to school for engineering in RIT in Rochester, New York. I almost went to Pitt, but I went to RIT, and while I was there, I totally had a nervous breakdown in the middle of my freshman year, and my friends needed somebody to wear a Lady Godiva wig in the woods, and I was available. So I did it, and then they asked me again, and I said, do you need more of the wig? And they said, no, we need you to hold the boom pole.
Oh.
And after that, I was hooked. Mm-hmm. And I changed my major to film. I became the president of my class, my school, of everything that I could do. I had my own office while I was in college.
Oh my gosh, and what was that like? What do you wish that you knew before you first experienced all of this? Looking back 30, 15, 5, 1 year ago.
I wish that I knew how much I would still see those filmmakers from college. I still see them. We still end up working together and talking all the time.
Right. Yeah, and I've heard that you frequently visited Scene at Pitt, which if you don't know, they stand for Steel City Entertainment Networking Entity. They're a club here that connects students to professionals in the entertainment industry. What are the key things that you recommend to these students that are trying to make it in the industry?
Make movies.
Right.
It's easy. Make stuff. The more stuff you make, the easier it is to make more. And Scene is such a great place to do that. They're making feature films over there. They're making stuff all the time.
Yeah. What was your first film, PJ?
Oh, the first movie that I remember being part of, there was the Lady Godiva thing, right? But the first one that I really remember was my girlfriend asked me to juggle in her first film in college. So my first semester, second week, she said, will you come and juggle? And they had one crew member, my friend John. And he's still my close friend. I talk to him every week. That girl, I don't talk to her at all. No. But him, I talk to all the time. So yeah, me juggling.
Did you know how to juggle before all this? Or
I did, yeah, I knew how to juggle. I told you, I'm a clown.
I want to hone in on that real quick. Why being a clown? How clown?
I love clowns, and I love
That's a hot take.
love juggling. So.
Did you ever have to perform as a clown? Did you ever have to go on as a clown in any particular form of drag in your life?
Well, as a matter of fact, since you're mentioning it, I did the Rocky Horror Picture Show a ton. I started doing it in high school, and I did it in college.
Yeah.
I started in Pittsburgh's cast, which is the Junior Chamber of Commerce Players, and they are a wonderful cast based here in Pittsburgh. We used to do it right here in Oakland.
Wow.
There's a building that looks like a castle just down the street, and it used to be a coffee shop.
Oh.
Called the Beehive, and it was the coolest place.
And that's where you would perform Rocky in your little Ronald McDonald.
Sometimes there and at the Hollywood Theater in Dormont, which is currently being renovated. It's going to be so beautiful in a couple weeks.
Right. Well, let's revisit the 48-hour film project. Could you tell us about your role there, what it is, how to get involved?
Yeah, so I run the 48-hour film project here in Pittsburgh. I'm the city producer. The 48-hour film project is where groups of people form teams and make a 4 to 7 minute film in 48 hours. They're given a few prompts at our kickoff event on Friday evening. They're given a genre, 2 genres, and they can choose one or the other or mix them. They're given a prop, a line of dialogue, and a character that they must have in their films. And then they're sent out, and in 48 hours, they make a movie. And then a few weeks later, we play them at the giant Rango's Theater, which is the largest screen in the tri-state area.
Wow.
It's 40 feet by 80 feet, and there's 49 speakers. So if you're interested in feeling like a real movie star, seeing your face that big will do it.
And what are some of the advantages that it gives people that participate in it?
You know, the main advantage is the movie. You know, I think that sometimes things take a long time to get done. And when you know that Friday there's no movie and Sunday there's a done movie,
Right.
that feels pretty great.
Pretty intimidating.
And because it's a public screening, you can put the movie on IMDb. So you have
Right.
IMDb credit,
Yeah.
which people can research.
Well, you actually brought the winning film from the 48-hour film project here tonight. They called Andrew and Phil Go Up a Hill. Could you give us a little information about it and why it was chosen as the winner?
I think it was chosen as the winner because it affected the audience and it affected the judges emotionally.
Right.
Which I think all good movies affect us. They even like horror movies, right? It's a jump scare. It's something that, or good comedies, they make you laugh. When a movie makes you feel something, it's a winner. And this one made the judges feel something. Maybe it'll make you feel something.
Yeah. And what is one last thing that you have to say to these students about getting involved in anything that they want to do?
Well, if it comes to the 48, there is a website. It's www.48hourfilm.com/Pittsburgh, and this fall, /horror. So you can get involved there. If you want to get involved in other ways, you can find me. I will tell you a million things that you can do to get involved in film and video in Pittsburgh.
All right, that's PJ Gaynard, everyone. If you have any information, yes, reach out to him after the show, and that's PJ. Thank you, PJ. Thank you. All right. We'll be right back with more Pitt Tonight.